So with this question, we can immediately see that it's a word problem. So we have some anticipation that we will be needing to translate what we see here into a picture or our own equation or something that's going to allow us to have look at our own information instead of having to look at the information in the word problem in order to answer the question. So let's get straight to it and see what we need to do. Leah is loading supplies from her garage into her truck. In the garage, she has 10 identical water containers that weigh a total of 250 pounds, 8 identical sacks of food that weigh a total of 400 pounds, and 120 blankets that weigh a total of 360 pounds. If Leah loads into her truck 5 containers of water, 3 sacks of food, and 40 blankets, what is the total weight in pounds of this cargo? So this is a very important part of the question. What is the total weight in pounds of this cargo? So what is the cargo? Well, the cargo was mentioned in the line before where it says that she has 5 containers of water, 3 sacks of food, and 40 blankets. So it looks like from this question we'll be able to make our own equation. And that equation will come from the last sentence where we have the 5 containers of water. So I'm going to say that's 5W plus 3 sacks of food. So let's say that's plus 3S for sacks of food, and 40 blankets, so we're going to say that's plus 40B. And we know that represents all the cargo that she's putting into the garage, so that should give us the answer to this question in terms of the total weight. So all we really need to figure out now is what is W, what is S, and what is B. Well, after you've identified the question, the very next thing to do is to figure out, well, what do I know? Because we shouldn't have to rely on outside knowledge here. The question itself should give us enough information to find the answer. So what is W, what is S, what is B? Well, in the question we see that she has 10 identical water containers that weigh a total of 250 pounds. Well, if each container of water is identical and all 10 of them added together equal a total of 250 pounds, then we should be able to figure out how much each one weighs by dividing 250 by 10 because they're all identical. And therefore we find that W in this case is equal to 25 using our calculators dividing 250 by 10. So then to find S and B we just follow the same exact game plan there. So for S we have 8 identical sacks of food that weigh a total of 400 pounds. So we come back over here, we say well I have 400 divided by 8, and that's equal to 50, and that's S. And then we also have 360 pounds divided by 120 identical blankets, and that's going to give us that B is equal to 3. Okay, so right now we're basically done. We just have to put this information in and we'll be all set. So we have 5 instead of 5W. Now that we know what W is, we say we have 5 times 25 plus 3 instead of S. We know that S is 50, so 3 times 50. And we're going to add that to 40 times B. And now we know that B is 3, so 40 times 3. Get our calculators out once again and kind of punch all these numbers out. We find that 5 times 25 is 125. 3 times 50 is 150. 40 times 3 is 120, and all that added together on your calculator you'll see is 395. So our answer here is C.